Last race of the afternoon, the Championship Class Grand Prix, and they're underway. These are groups who have had previous successes in Scout car races, and making a break out of the front is car 210 from the 15th Starbridge, heading up towards the commentator at the top of the field, Andrew Wilson.
Yes, they're going towards me. Does a... Yes, indeed, it's Endeavour in first place, 210, followed by 215, 221 and 219. 208 taking a wide line, but not gaining much from it. Nearly a touch between 217 and 221. Going down towards you now, David.
Yes, and going very powerfully, and just taking it up is 215 on the inside as he comes into the bottom bend. 210 breaking on the inside. Oh, clever stuff there, as 215 just took it through, snapped through on the inside from 210. Third through is 217 and 219 next. 219 is next. That is the first Celsi. Into the pits and a fast change out, and away goes 210, I think, first out of the pits. 210 first out, and I think 215 could have a problem. Yes, a problem there. So up into second place goes 217, followed by 209, I think, as they come to you, Andrew.
210 in the lead. Oh, 10-15 lengths, quite easily away. 217 coming through in second place, 219 coming through in third, and 215 in fourth, but being very hard pressed by 211 and 208. 215 going through into third by the looks of it.
And through safely the bottom bend, it's 210 from the 15th Starbridge. The Starbridge cars having really proved themselves this afternoon, and following through, braking hard into the bottom bend is 217, with 215 slipping through on the inside. So 215 going up from 217 on the bottom bend, and 211 has lost it slightly on the bottom bend. 217 has fallen back, so we now see the fast pit change, and out of the pits goes 215, a good one, but Andrew, you should see the leaders.
Yes, indeed. 210 is just going through at this end of the course, the Endeavour, and he's got a long lead. Now, Starbridge had a long lead in the last race. It's be interesting to see if they keep over this one. 215 coming through in second place. Quite a long gap now for third, and there's... Oh, yes, just indeed. There's 217 just through in third. And hard pressed, we have 219, 208 just going past the outside of him. I think 219 has got a front wheel problem. 222 going through next.
Out of the pits then, I think first away very comfortably was 210, climbing up the wall, the driver could be, but certainly climbing up the hill, is 210 from the 15th Starbridge, and 215 getting away from the pits now, so a lot of ground to make up there.
Yes, 210 just coming through here now, David.
And 217 has just gone into the pits. Somebody's lost a chain on the back area. 212, I'm told. That's 202.
215 coming through very quickly indeed, just picking his way through the couple of back markers and going very quickly.
At the bottom end, a little fracas between 211 Foresters and 210 the 15th Starbridge, and Foresters came out of it the worst, still underway, heading down towards the pits. So 210, the leader of the moment then, getting himself out of that little bit of deer, very fast change over there as he gets away. 210 fast out of the pits. We look for 215 incoming. 221. The first Mayfield has just hit the safety bar at the bottom with no great impact.
212 has lost his chain and he's taking a long walk home as 210 comes through. And there's 205 is making good progress, going around 202.
And you're looking for 215 as your second marker, I think, Andrew?
Absolutely, and it's coming through now. 215 coming through now. Down towards you, there's a long gap.
Out of the course goes 222 Villiers. I think his steering's gone.
Next lap going through 203, and it's quite quiet up here.
A home push for 212, the 10th Retford. A collision as 202 rounds treble 2.
Doesn't look like 219's wheel's going to last the race. Front wheel looks very off. 217 having gone through. I haven't seen 210 go through yet. Ah, here he is. 210 going through now.
Treble 2 from Villiers is now being towed in on a suspended tow. 219 going through very slippery. 217 also there. That's the Stourbridge car. 221 from the first Mayford, losing it on the bottom bend and losing a lot of ground in the process.
215 should be coming into your view very soon, the second place man. I suppose the first place man is with you.
205, yes, is going through now. 2110 is already on his way. 223, the other Villiers car, taking a slight tip as it comes around the bottom bend, but still very much in the race.
There's some 210 coming through now. Looks quite relaxed about it all.
Speed has come up tremendously in this race. Last race of the day, they can afford to really burn the cars up, and of course these are the championship class drivers. 217, braking hard from the final corner. Big back wheel slide, trying to get on the inside of 219 and failing. 219 the best out of the bend. 210 going well. 203 has collapsed his wheel on the left hand side, spokes flying all directions, so that's bad news for the 42nd Wakefield. Just a feeling has got to feel awfully sick all of a sudden. That's bad news. 208, the 92nd Coventry shoots through and heads down towards the pit. A lot of tyres screaming down on the bottom bend from 205, the 42nd Wakefield.
Yeah, we have 217 coming through, and I think he's about to be overtaken by 210. And 219 is still going. I don't like the look of that wheel at all. You have a look at it when it comes past you.
202 on the bottom bend. The Sixth Home Valley just had a little bit of a problem there and bumped the safety barrier. Braking hard now is 210, the 15th Stourbridge, hotly pursued by 217, and look at Holy Trinity.
We've got a dog joining in at this end of the track.
Super great. We're into the pits now for a very fast change over. 210. So we still see 210 as the leader, and 215 still showing, Andrew.
Yes, 210 has just had a very close shave. The dog decided to run the other way and he nearly clouted it. I think the dog's now gone off to play on the beach.
A dodgy moment there for 223 from Villiers. He literally was on two wheels on the bottom bend. Coming down the back straight, braking hard, is our leader, 210, the 15th Stourbridge. Sliding beautifully around that very tight corner, taking that corner with nothing more than 3 inches to spare from the centre bollard. Astern of him is 217, and look at Holy Trinity. And coming up astern is 219, the first Chelsea, and then snucking in it's 215, the 68th Coventry, and 202, the 6th Home Valley has stalled.
Yeah, we've got a staller here, it's 208, he's just stopped to adjust something. I think it's a gear problem, he seems to be having a tough time getting it moving.
So too has Treble 2 just out of the pits. That's Villiers in trouble, and there's another faller there whose race number doesn't exist.
223 is getting a push home too. Getting quite hard on the cars this race. 215 going through.
Here comes the leader into the bottom bend. 210, the 15th Stourbridge taking it now. Astern of him 208, the 92nd Coventry. But the leader 210 going very strongly up into the pits. That's what you call a very fast changeover from that 15th Stourbridge team, and that is just one of the things combined with that excellent car design that's winning them the race. There's a home push job going on the back straight.
Yes, we've got 212's just fixed himself up. Just going into the bend in front of Felicia to be the leader, 210. And I can't quite see who it is having some problems there.
And the pusher is Villiers, being overtaken by 202, the 6th Home Valley. Braking hard for the corner now. This is 210, the 15th Stourbridge, taking it round. That's our leader. Coming up to the halfway mark in the race. mistake there from 221, the first Mayford on the back, the bottom bend. That's cost him some time, and I think he's lost a chain because he's doing a push-in job to the pits.
2-1-0 coming through here, David. No problems at all by the looks of it.
And I haven't seen 215 for a couple of ticks. Have you got him, Andrew?
Not at the moment.
202, the 6th Home Valley has yet again round the pits. There goes the race leader.
215 coming through now, David. Just, I think, lapping 217.
Race leader on the bottom bend, just taking the Home Valley on the inside to go up for this very fast pit change. The car hardly stopping as those drivers slot in and out of the car. It's come to the bottom bend now, where there's 3 cars hitting the bottom bend. First through 217, then 208, and finally 211, which is Forrester's. But the race leader.
Got a bit of a problem at this end. There's a back marker just pulled off the course, just round the top bend. 210 just make a little bit of an excursion to go past him, not much so, but he seems to be underway now.
Here comes the 15th Starbridge then, coming into the bottom bend, braking hard, back wheel sliding, beautifully controlled back wheel drift on that bottom turn. Nobody near him. The next one we can see is 212, but he could even have lapped him by now. This is the 10th Retford just coming into the bottom bend. There, the race leader then doing that very fast change. 221, the first Mayford, has just had a little kiss of the safety bar at the bottom, and I think the same thing happened last time the car was through. 202 on the bottom corner. 202, the 6th Home Valley. There appears to be a total collapse there. I think it's his chain off. Yes, it's a chain adrift with 202 on the bottom corner. But the race leader.
Yes, he should be coming to your view now very soon, David. He's just going past the hotel bend.
Almost nonchalantly coming down the final straight into the tight right-hand corner at the bottom, taking it a little wider. Remember, these lads are changing drivers at every lap. Taking that wider than some of his compatriots, but still doing well, and giving us that little sort of wave of his hand to show that he's very pleased with himself. Well, as a member of the team, he should be. The car's going well, the team's going well. Let's just hope they don't make any mistakes on the way round. Furious activity then going on in the pits. Sandra there, I think, to trouble 2.
There's 219 going through. In addition to Wally wheel problems, he's now got a bit of the bodywork.
It's our race leader in trouble in the pits. It's our race leader in troubles. 210. There's a problem there for the 15th Starbridge. Now that could have had an implication.
Yes, indeed, because 215 is coming through now, and I believe that is our new leader. That's 68 Coventry, I believe.
Well, our 210 that had that problem in the pits, we don't know what it was, but it cost him several vital seconds, so whether that's cost him the lead or not is going to remain to be seen. But you can see the pace is really hotting up. The car seems to be going well. Let's see what's happened on this bottom bend. Through he goes, taking the 68 Coventry on the inside, and Coventry got a problem. I think they've shed a chain in the process. You can see him just being pushed in. Sliding up because of that mistake is the 42nd Wakefield, changing over now, and the Starbridge car's away. What we think is still the race leader, but he's got a bit of time to make up now. That very big lead he had on the rest of the field has evaporated with that problem that he had in the pits. But maybe they felt they had got time just to attend to something.
It's coming through here now, David. He all seems to be sitting down quite nicely. No apparent problems as he goes through.
202, one of the back markers, the 6th Home Valley, has just taken off out of the bottom bend, having kissed the safety line. 5 minutes to run as Starbridge brake hard into the bottom corner. The minor chance that's being dealt with by the St John ambulance off the course, but the driver's fine, for those of you who've seen it. 210 going then very strongly out of the pits. Tyres squealing. That was 2:05 there, making a lot of noise, the 42nd Wakefield.
There's 219's just gone through, he's removed the offending bodywork.
So the race leader going very well on the back straight, coming down past the garden. Ahead of him a fairly clear course. Foresters with 2:11 are out of the race as Starbridge is balked on that bottom turn by 2:08 the 92nd Coventry. 2:08 the 97th Coventry having stalled on him very neatly, but he's round him comfortably heading up towards the pit. Just up ahead of him, 2:12, the 10th Retford just clearing, and he's one of the back markers, so the race leader's comfortably away. Great news for the glass town, Starbridge.
Yes, he's coming out towards me now, David. Evidently what troubled him isn't anymore, and he's just coming out to go past the lap, I suspect, 2:19.
That Starbridge car going very strongly and very powerfully. A lot of confidence there.
2:15.
A few back markers ahead of him, Andrew, sorry. A few back markers ahead of him. Just breaking into the turn ahead is 2:19, the first Sulcy. But he's steering round him, and Starbridge going through, overtaking Sulcy as they come back into the pits for another little 2 penn'orth worth. 3 minutes to go. So the race leading, the lead race car then going comfortably away up the hill, heading towards you, Andrew.
Yes, here he comes. Looks like for the first time that this particular driver's beginning to get a bit tired, finding that hill a bit hard. It must be very tough cycling up there, time after time. It's a long, slow pull. And there's lots of space up here. I think we've got quite a few fallers by the wayside.
The race leader just taking Villiers on the inside. Trouble 2, Villiers' other car is in trouble. So that's the 2 Villiers cars in trouble. Both having to be pushed in. One, in fact, having a lift in. As Starbridge do an extraordinarily fast change with 2 minutes to run on the Championship Class Grand Prix. On the bottom bend, 2:02, the 6 Home Valley, again in trouble on the turn. It's happened to them several times.
There's 2:10 coming through here now. Gone past 2:17. And 2:12 looks like he's got problems with the front wheels. He's actually pulling up now. He seems to have lost. He's lost his chain.
There are back markers just ahead of Starbridge on this bottom bend that are going to choke him into the pits. He's safely through the bottom bend and going like the clappers to pull up in a very low gear up the hill. Probably came down 1 gear too far.
2:15 going through.
Also showing well there is 2:19 from the first Celsius, still very much up in the running, in contention now with 223 from Villiers. Nice to see they got that Villiers car going again. Starbridge coming up towards you, Andrew, I think.
Yes, indeed, just going through now. Gone through a few back markers on the inside.
This judge is up, ready with his flag in his hand, ready to get it out to declare the finish. But remember, the first over the line isn't necessarily the winner. With 40 seconds to run now, will this give Starbridge another chance of another changeover? Yes, it almost certainly should, I think, with 40 seconds to go. Because round goes the Starbridge car, so they'll be on another lap.
Penalties have been too good.
Tremendous ruckus of cars on the bottom bends. Home Valley there, up at Holy Trinity. But it's the 15th Starbridge who've held first slot in this race all the way through. Fell back with a slight problem in the pits, but opening it up and going very strongly indeed. Provided nothing disastrous happens, There's a shunt on the course. Marshals, get your flags out and warn people that there's a problem there. One casualty just being pulled away. That's the Villiers entry. The lad is up in his feet, being taken away comfortably by the St John ambulance. And first across the line was the other Villiers car with 222. Now coming down the winner. This is going to be the winner, ladies and gentlemen. 15th Starbridge in 210, going safely over the line.
First, a cheque for £10 and a trophy, car number 210, Norton Endeavour, 15th Starbridge. Second, cheque for £6, car number 215, Phoenix of the 68th Coventry. And third,